series coming at you from Ollie's ASMR world. Hello there. How are y'all doing, guys? It's Ollie here. Ollie's ASMR world. Wow. The camera is covered in dust. It's not good. It is bloody hot is what it is. And I'm recording this video way later than I normally ever would. We're recording at like 6:30 on the evening because my plan is I want to try and get a video done every day if we can. We've got a lot of catching up to do. Ooh, how exciting that sounds. Hold on, I've got to sort this out. Yeah guys, so as I was saying, I say hello to Barry as well. Alright Barry? Yeah, I'm alright. This is Big Baz. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a video done each day to make up for lots of videos basically, because we haven't had a regular upload sequence in a while. And I liked what I did the other day where I went through the Man United and Tottenham squads and did should they stay or should they go. There's some muppets about. You're about to hear one on a bike, I think. Maybe not. So I want to go through all the Premier League teams, the other 18 teams, and not all today, 2 teams a day. So 9 more days, and I'll give you my should they stay or should they go on each team's first team squad. We're going to start at the beginning of the Premier League, and we're going to go with Arsenal today. I know some people say it should be Bournemouth because AFC Bournemouth, but we're going with Arsenal. Okay, how is everyone, by the way? They're talking about getting the matches started again, like the 2nd week of June, I believe, or the 3rd week of June. Get the Premier League games back on track. Hopefully that can happen. What is everyone's opinion of Troy Deeney and Kante and the other players who refuse to train? I mean, okay, I understand they have their reasons, but like I heard Simon Jordan say yesterday, they didn't even give it a go. Like the first phase of training where it was no contact. Apparently Deeney said it was to do with having to wash his clothes in the same washer as his kids' clothes. But there are laundrettes you could have used, as it was pointed out to him. That might just be me being a miserable old git, but if, say, at Watford Ben Foster, okay, if Foster is willing to play, or Pereira, the left-sided winger, or Ismail Sarr, if these players are willing to play and they win a game, there's no way, in my opinion, Troy Deeney, who's not training, let alone playing, should be paid his wages in full if he's not played any part and he's refusing to play a part even in training. That's just my opinion. I think his wages should be halved until, whilst he's making this decision. But that's a conversation for another day. Right, let's get into the Arsenal squad, guys. Whoops. I probably could get into the Arsenal squad with how poor it is at times. Right, we've got Bernd Leno in goal. Now this lad started off a bit slow, didn't he, at Arsenal? But he's actually become a decent goalkeeper for them. It's not the first German goalkeeper they've had. With Jens Lehmann, is that right? Yeah, of course it's right one we're about. Jens Lehmann was their goalkeeper years back, and a bit of a nutter, but it worked. So I think Bernd Leno stays. No reason to get rid of a keeper, because there's not going to be big transfers in this window, I don't believe. We have Emiliano Martinez. Now, unless this lad wants to go off and be a first team regular somewhere, then he stays. Matt Macy, don't know about him. He'd be one of the young up and coming keepers. Keep him. Defensively, Hector Bellerin. Now, this lad, 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago, was being heavily touted with Barcelona. finding his form a little bit again. But definitely the performances that he started with Arsenal, they're long in the past. They can't afford to go out and sign an expensive right back, so if you've got one, just keep him. We have Kieran Tierney, a lad we have barely seen in an Arsenal shirt, signed from Celtic for 20 odd million. Again, so much expected, but you cannot compare even Celtic, who are at the top of the Scottish table and the league champions again. You cannot compare the way he'd been playing football at Celtic to how he has to play in the Premier League. So regardless of whether or not he gets fit, you then need him to actually, get used to the English game. But Tierney stays. Socrates, I think if Arteta has a choice, he has 3 central defenders there, none of who I think he actually wants. But I'm thinking if out of the 3 of them, Socrates is likely to be the one that stays. He also has Rob Holding. You're not going to get much for Holding, so he'll be keeping him. Cedric came on loan from Southampton, has actually played a single game for Arsenal. Maybe they'll see something out of him before the end of the season. He, I believe, is available on a free. I believe so. So therefore it makes sense to keep the lad, because you can have him as backup to Bellerin. I'd sign him on a permanent. Mustafi, I think he goes. He was one of the 3 defenders I was talking about that Arteta would probably like to get rid of. If you remember Unai Emery, what he read back beginning of the season, I think Arteta gets his wish at the end of the season. Callum Chambers, I don't rate this like that highly, in all honesty. I know he was playing well before he got an injury this season, but I wouldn't, if you're saying you want to compete for leagues or cups or whatever, then Callum Chambers is not in your side. Pablo Mari, Arteta, that was his first signing, weren't it, I believe, at Arsenal. And he's a player he knew from his time at Man City, I think. So I think he'll push to make that deal a permanent one from his Brazilian team. Okay, we're back again. I did mean to say before, if you'd like to check out my other channel, one that me and my missus have, then head on over to my channel and her channel. It is called the Munch Bunch Mukbang, and it's a mukbang channel. So head on over, show your support, and check out our videos. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe over there, please. Right, let's get back onto this Arsenal squad. So we said about Rob Holding, didn't we? Callum Chambers. Here we go. Mari, we said would probably be signed. David Luiz talked today that he could be on his way out of Arsenal after only 12 months. That would not surprise me. I don't think Arteta would trust him with a barge ball. I'd say he goes. Said Kolasinac, there's talk of him being on his way to Italy. Not necessarily Inter, but Italy. I can see that. He's a big, strong lad. I think he'd fit in the Italian league. I think, obviously, got Tierney and the other lad. What's his name? Saka. He played left back a lot last season, didn't he? Or left wing back. I think Kolasinac might be sold to raise some money. Midfielders, Danny Ceballos, he's gone back to Real, where he'll probably be sold on to like Fleetwood Town or somebody like that. It's not that good, is he? Flies to deceive a lot. Mesut Ozil, he's got a big grin on his face here, look. No wonder, not with the wages he's on. He ain't going nowhere, lads, I'm afraid. Lucas Torreira, been linked a lot Italy. I can see it happening. He was really good at Sampdoria by all accounts before moving to Arsenal, and I just don't think he's settled there in London. I think he might be pushing for a move back to Italy. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, the talks of him being sold on. I think it's a shame for him because he was one of the early young players that came through Arsenal in the last 18 months, 2 years. But he's sort of been outshone by a couple of the other young players that are coming through. Joe Willock, I think he stays. He's another young midfielder there. But Maitland-Niles, I think, goes. Matteo Guendouzi, I wouldn't want him in my team, in all honesty. He just does not look like somebody you would rely on and put a tenner on a good game. Granted, Xhaka, he's turned it around, ain't he? By the way, I think Guendouzi goes, or should go. Xhaka's turned it around, he started to play well after his argument with the fans. Forwards, Alexandre Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, and Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli will be a star, and he won't be for Arsenal, but he will not be going in this window. He'll be a star for Real Madrid or PSG in the future, in my opinion. Reece Nelson sticks around, no reason not to. Pepe needs to start performing. Maybe Arteta can get the best out of him. I'm not sure, but at the minute he looks like a 70 million flop. But Nelson, Pepe, Martinelli all stay. Aubameyang and Lacazette. Now, if they had a choice between the two, then I think they'd rather keep Aubameyang. I think Lacazette has failed to deliver on a lot of occasions for Arsenal, and there's been a lot of talk of him going to Atletico. They ordered Cavani. I think that deal might be about to fall through. Originally that was the only club him and his mum wanted him to go to, was Atletico, but finances due to COVID I think have left Atletico in a bit of a mess. Plus they've still got the young lad they signed last summer, the Portuguese lad. They're still paying off his transfer fee, so I don't think Cavani's a goer, but maybe Lacazette is. I think they keep Aubameyang and sell Lacazette. Some odd reason Saka is not on here. Let's have a look. Or they've also got William Saliba to come in, haven't they? He'll be in next season, the young French lad. Elneny, he's out on loan. He'll be gone for definite. Mkhitaryan, he'll be going possibly to Rome if they can afford him. Emile Smith-Rowe, they'll keep him. For some odd reason, Bakayori, I think that's his name, Saka, he's not shown up on the Arsenal website. So I'm going to look through again now. I mean, played a stack of games from this season. How odd. I bet he's way well miffed off about that. Like literally, he's not on here. Saka isn't. The young lad who's played left back and further forward. It's really odd. So that's my should they stay or should they go at Arsenal? Next, let's have a look at Aston Villa. I don't know as much about Villa's players outside the top, the first team, as maybe I should do. So you get to bear with me whilst I find their website. How are we all doing, guys? Bayern Munich pretty much won the league last night by beating Dortmund, which was a bit of a pain in the arse, because I had money on Dortmund to win that game. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. So I got well distracted then. Right, Arsenal's first team squad. Let's take a little lookies. Coffee. So I'm in second one today. I'm doing pretty good. Wow, okay. I thought you said they had 46 first team players. No, it's 46 games they've played. Aston Villa this season. And bugger, I don't want to sign up to the Villa website. Flipping pains in the arses. Okay, now we're going to have to base this on the fact that they might not be in the Premier League next season. So in goal they have Tom Eaton. He stays. If they go down, he will stay. I don't see him want to push for a move. You know, he'd be on good wages at Villa, even in the Championship. Oyan Nyland, he'll be kept on. Jed Steer, he'll be kept. Pepe Reina, I think, will leave. If Villa go down, Reina will move on. And defence, Neil Taylor, left back, ex-Swansea player. They don't want to get out for him, so it makes no sense to sell. Unless they don't need him, I think he stays. Ahmed El Mohammadi, I think he could be one to move on out of that defence. Frederick Gilbert, didn't he score like an own goal against Tottenham? He scored a goal, scored an own goal, and got sent off. Or give away a penalty, one or the other. No, I actually got that wrong. It was Bjorn Engels. My bad. There's a Frederick Gilbert. Let's just say, if they go down, he leaves. Matt Target. If they go down again, there'll be Premier League teams looking at him. Teams like down the pond, like your Bournemouths, your West Hams. But I think he'll probably stay at Villa. Courtney Hawes, I think he stays. Tyrone Mings, if they are relegated, he will move on because he's improved a hell of a lot in the last 18 months, and bigger teams will be after him. Esri Konsa. I don't know much about him, let's just say he stays. Bjorn Engels, he'll stay regardless of him staying up or going down. John McGinn, he will be off like a skyrocket. He'll be off quicker than you can say. Alright, John. If they go down for definite, Henry Lansbury will be kept on. Jack Grealish, see you later, Villa. He's already on his way to a Man United or where else. I say that, but with COVID, big deals won't be done, I don't believe, so I'm not sure. They'll want to keep him. He will want to go. I think he leaves. Conor Hurrane, in the Championship he stays, in the Premier League he goes. Keenan Davies, not in many games this season, but last season I know he did really well in the Championship. Jota, a bit of a waste of money, aside from Birmingham, not really done a great deal. Anwar El Ghazi, he's looked half decent, he'll be kept on. But if they go down, he'll be moving on. Trezeguet also, he'll definitely be picked up by a Premier League side. I think maybe a Sheffield United or maybe even a Leicester City. If Villa go down, I think one of those two or somebody like that will come in for him. Douglas Luiz, the former Man City player. Not really, I mean they paid like 15 million quid for this lad. I don't think he's lived up to it in all honesty. Marvellous Nakamba. Marvellous, not marvellous. Marvellous Nakamba. He's not been that marvellous, has he really? I think Nakamba goes. Danny Drinkwater, what a waste of time. Like literally, I am going to justify this with any sentence at all, other than he is a waste of time, it's a waste of football talent. Wesley, the striker, signed for like 20 odd million. How many goals has he got? I don't know, maybe 1, 2 if you're lucky. I know he's had injuries, but Christ. The other lad, Samata, has been in a lot less time than Wesley and already scored more goals, I believe. And we've had a lockdown as well. where he's not been allowed to play football. I think Wesley will be moved on at a big loss. Cameron Archer, guessing as a young kid, don't know of him. Indiana Vasilev, I've heard of him, but nope, I've no idea if he'll still go. Samata, they'll be hoping this out because he's looked half decent. And if they do go down, then I think somebody like a West Ham, a Newcastle even, they're going to have money and he won't cost that much. Somebody will be in for that Samata, I believe. And then you got Bjorn Baston, the former Swansea player, signed on a free by Villa. And it's been quite obvious why they signed him on a free, because he's pretty crap. He will likely be moved on unless they're relegated, in which case he stays. And that's it, guys. We're down to 16 teams. Who will be next? It's Bees, isn't it? So you're looking at Bournemouth, Burnley, Brighton. That's 3 teams that begin with B. Is there any more? My mind's a blank. It's a blur. My mind is a blur. I think it'll be, off the top of my head, Brighton. Not Bournemouth, then Brighton. That'll be our next 2 teams, I believe. Unless I've missed like one of the best teams in the league. I just can't think about it. Either ways,